Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' It's Steve. About to react to this vid by Avin Preach. It's titled, Andrew Tate Gets Officially Charged by Police. Okay, let's see what he got charged for exactly. Let's watch.
Big mistake canceling me the way they did. And then the second time, the second life, which I described as they try and put you in jail for no reason. Here we are in the current scenario. I knew it was going to happen. And the third one is they put a bullet in your head. So we're going to have to see how the second life plays out. And yeah, I mean, when this is all over and I win the court case and I get the not guilty, I won't be smiling. I'll be walking out the courtroom with my head on a swivel. That's the kind of life I'm living now. I'm going to be thinking, oh, okay, so their second attempt failed. Now what? Right, do I want to fly private anymore? Do I want to go to that place anymore? You start to think about these things. Like, do I want to do these things? A lot of billionaires dying in plane crashes. It's strange. It's scary, regardless of how it plays out.
So you see the way he's talking right now, he already knows they're going to court. He's thinking about not guilty versus guilty. It's not even about charges not being laid. They've changed the language. Mm-hmm. So if you're unaware, it appears that Andrew Tate's most likely going to get charged with all the crimes that the Romanian government alleges against him. A lot of evidence been coming out, a lot of discussions about stuff, but there's just a lot of stuff that we, the public, are not privy to. Who's involved, what's going on. And yeah, you know, he did an interview with Bet Davis. Which right now is garnering lots of views. People are talking about it, and with him being charged very soon, I think he posted on Twitter that they're expecting him at the police station tomorrow for the charges. With all intents and purposes, who knows? Maybe tomorrow they come around, the Romanian government's like, man, we just fucking around. We're not doing nothing. But it seems like everyone involved knows charges are coming. So, what are your thoughts? I think initially were expecting him not to get charged at all.
I was like, God damn, man. And initially, what I said was, if you're doing all this shit,
I forgot what the charges even were.
You better charge him with doing all this circus.
Was it sex trafficking?
If you're doing all that, you better, because now you're gonna create a martyr. I said that. Remember when I said that? Sure. Okay. Then shit was trafficking, and I was like, man, they're not gonna charge this man. The reason why I said that is because in life, I don't really have a lot of hope for a lot of things. Yes or no?
Very pessimistic.
Yes or no?
But same.
Yes or no?
He always thinks the worst is going to happen.
Yes. Prepare for the worst.
No,
if you prepare for the worst, the best is going to happen. You're prepared for the worst. So if the worst happens, you're like, I prepared for that shit. But then if good shit happens, you're like, hey.
So wait, are you trying to say the best situation is one in which Andrew Tate is charged?
No,
It sounds like that's what you're saying. Are you one of them fucking Matrix bots?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm not happy.
Kills me.
What I'm saying is I always prepare for the worst. And if you do all that circus and you don't charge him, that's the worst that's gonna happen.
Gotcha.
Cause then motherfuckers like invincible and stuff like that, and you cannot. And if there's other real charges and everything and stuff that happen,
That looks nice
to
today.
charge him. Now, that's charge him if he actually did something. You understand? Of course, it don't look good, but there's so many cases that I've seen that they don't charge and they're not able to charge and stuff like that, and they drop this and they drop that. So man, I'm just like, man, I just go on the if something happens and I just straight up go to, God, I gotta charge, and then life surprised me or not, like this. I don't exactly know what he did. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
What the fuck we talking about then? Are you niggas gonna say what
these kinds of investigations? I think people expect charges to be instantaneous, but that's just not the way police investigations work, especially not ones on this governmental scale. Even look at the FBI. The FBI builds a case for 4 or 5 years before they charge someone, and when they charge you, best believe
look at the situation with YMW Melly.
Whole fucking roof down. That's why generally governmental charges from like big organizations like the FBI, things like that, always stick, is because they've done a lot of investigating on every threat. And what ends up happening generally, a lot of criminal organizations, which is what they're alleging Andrew Tate is part of, is that when they pull on one threat, all of a sudden they start finding different threats. And they find like, oh, organized crime, money laundering, tax evasion, whatever it might be. And so that's why, irrespective of how you feel about the investigation, when these things take a long time for charges to be laid, it's not because they don't have a case. Which may be the case in this situation. Maybe they don't have a case. Who knows? Like, everyone who's speaking on it doesn't exactly know. No. But to say it's not credible because it's taken a long time, that's just not the case. Yeah. That's why we say here in the States specifically, they bring a RICO charge against you, it's already over, because they already got everything they need. They got snitches, they got wiretaps, they got bank transfers,
I'm suing that ass.
Phone records, right? They generally do the things the same way. Now, from what I've read up on, there was a Romanian newspaper that put out a news report saying, like, There's very strong ties between the Tates and the mafia over there and different organized crime. And the lawyer who's actually prosecuting the case is the top lawyer when it comes to prosecuting organized crime. So, do I believe that there's no case? No, I believe that there's some case. Do I believe that Tate is inherently going to be found guilty? Not necessarily. It's very possible that he gets off. And if he does, and the courts have found him to be not guilty, then it is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, we have a system in place for a reason. And it's supposed to work. And if it goes into it and then it finds him not guilty, then everybody got to just eat that and keep it pushing. You can't just sit there and be like, no, he's definitely 100%. I mean, actually, you can. You can say whatever you want, technically speaking. But you just got to let the system play itself out. Me, personally, I'm not invested. I know some people think, like, motherfuckers sit at home thinking about Tate every day or whatever. But it's like, if he's found guilty, cool. If he's found not guilty, cool. I think everything should be decided on the merits of the case itself. Now, everyone wants to be an armchair lawyer and say he's 100% this or 100% that. All I know,
you don't know,
is from what I've seen from his Hustlers University, which now he wants no ties to, the videos of him talking about his course, teaching how to get girls to be on a webcamming business and how to steal their money and lie to them about how much they're getting paid so you can keep higher profits. He's definitely done some illegal stuff. Now, those aren't the things he's necessarily on trial for, but it shows me that in the past he's done some criminal stuff. Sorry, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much you want to simp for the man, how much you hate OnlyFans women or whatever. Any employer who says you getting this cut and then they're taking off a percentage of this by lying to you about what the actual costs are, they're stealing your money. That has always been my biggest contention with this. The rest of it needs to be proven for me to have a real issue with. So, that's where I stand on all this.
I'm just going to sit down and watch. I'm going to sit down and watch. Yeah. And if the lead attorney is going to be able to be there and break it down, I'm going to watch that. I'm not a lawyer.
They're not going to put cameras in a Romanian court. It's not America. Not everything is for TV everywhere.
That's not wrong.
Yeah.
But all that to say, I'm just going to sit down and watch what's going on.
Yeah.
The worst thing, I know that in cases like that, the worst thing can happen is that if you deny things that is very provable that you did, you get a worse sentence than if you just say, hey, you know what?
I did that shit.
I did it. So if you keep on denying that shit, but that,
I would not admit to that shit.
I
would not admit to that shit.
I'm just going to watch.
Nah, I agree with that. I've definitely seen cases where I feel like judges, they be getting mad. They get mad. And it's like, oh, you was lying. Okay, now you getting more time because you wasn't cooperating and you was lying. Now we have proof that you were on some bullshit and you was lying. So we about to charge you with some more shit.
I watch what's going on.
Or sorry, we about to give you more time.
Whatever.
Yeah. We'll see what goes down. But yeah, that's what's going on with this case. It's been interesting watching him post indictment or post incarceration and all of the hubbub. I don't know if his influence is what it used to be, but it seems like it's still very relevant to some degree online. I can tell that this is going to be one of those court cases that are going to be really big. But I'm just saying,
fans are definitely still.
I don't necessarily believe in the Matrix, but Andrew Tate and Donald Trump getting charged at the same time is kind of wild.
Why is it wild?
It's the same timing. The two biggest names on the side of against cancel culture getting charged at the same time. That's crazy. Same day. In two different continents, across two oceans. You don't see the way the system is working in synchronicity? No? Don't lie, that's kind of crazy. Two of the most influential men, right? Andrew Tate is one of the most Googled men on the planet with his Bugattis, right? And you got Donald Trump. He trying to be the president to drain the swamp. And they trying to get his ass too. You know that's crazy? They both get charged at the same time? You don't think there's any... I thought you believed in the worst. You don't think that's the worst?
No.
See? This guy's just a skeptic about everything. You don't believe nothing. You don't think anything's ever going to happen.
Just bring proof. Oh, well, yeah, I'm so bad because I want people to bring me proof. Whoa.
Yeah. He thinks it's all just chance. Andrew Tate, Donald Trump getting charged at exactly the same time across two continents. He thinks it's just a chance.
I'm just saying I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally don't believe it. I don't have. We seeing it right now in front of us.
I don't have the facts, so I don't know.
I don't know if these guys are guilty.
Yeah, 100%. It's because they trying to.
I think that these guys were trying to deprogram a lot of people, and now the New World Order is making an example out of them by charging at the same time to let anybody know who wants to come afterwards. We'll round up all you fucking naysayers. All you guys are against the machine, and then we'll grind you into the fucking gears and spit you back out faster than you can say, yeah. You don't see it. You don't see it. I'm just saying. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Y'all think this is a conspiracy? Do you guys think that all these people getting rounded up together is a random event? Or do you think that the leader of young men, like these guys, okay,
Donald is the leader of young men?
It's a coincidence that the feminists are coming for him. What?
Nothing.
You used to identify as a feminist. Why are you acting like you don't know? You don't think I'd be looking at you sideways like you could be part of the machine? You used to identify as a feminist.
Nigga, you're the machine.
You might still be part of it.
I cannot with conspiracy theorists, Abba. But yeah, we're gonna see what takes place, I guess. Will he be charged? I kind of forgot what the charges were. I remember reacting to a couple videos about this. I think there was some sex trafficking claims and him stealing money from the webcam girls and some other things. So sure, we'll see what happens. We'll see if he does any time or whatever the case. His fanboys are definitely waiting. They're waiting and watching and hoping and praying that he gets off. So I wish y'all luck. May the force be with you. I personally do not care whichever way this goes at all. But sure, people told me to react to this, so here you go. Let me know what you guys thought, though. Let me know what other videos you've been watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!